Hi, I'm Shimen Jomo from Cameroon, and I am one of the leaders in teachers training in French speaking African nations. And in this very, very first day of the year 2024, I want to speak blessings over Mark Brokenshire and his family.
My name is Lisa Orvis, and I've worked with Mark Brokenshire since about 2003, very early on in the years that he has served as the Dean of the College of Education.
Hi, my name's Heather Rogers, and I'm happy to just talk about one of my colleagues and someone who I've admired and learned a lot from over all these years, and that is Mark Brokenshire.
Hello, my name is Jean-Christophe, and as you have probably already noticed, I'm working for the French-speaking world, and I have regularly the opportunity to work with Mark Brokenshire.
Hi, my name is Chris Scott, and I serve with the College of Education and also with Waiwan Blantyre in Malawi, sub-Saharan Africa. Yeah, it's a privilege to talk to you about Mark Brokenshire today.
Just so thankful for his ministry with U of N, how he's poured into just countless leaders around the world. And I met him in Kona when I was working with one of the homeschool models and then also with the Learning Center. Just so appreciated how he would make visits regularly out to Kona and meet with individual staff, see how we're doing, and just really has such a heart for pastoral care and making sure that those of us that are in the field, in the trenches daily, are also being poured into as we continue to pour out and minister to others. And it's been a privilege to be part of Educating for Life, which was something that he was very much involved in the early development stages. That's my primary ministry right now, and because of Mark's efforts in pioneering with EFL, we've been able to take this program to over 43 nations around the globe, and just seen thousands of teachers changed, which translates into lives, families, and communities.
First of all, it's really a pleasure to work with him. And the first thing that strikes you when you work with him is his love, his joy, his enthusiasm, because he's positive and kind. And secondly, and I really don't know how he does it, but you are never stuck with him. Something that instead of focusing on impossibilities, usually with Mark, we transcend them together. He has the boldness to welcome all contributions where many would tend to restrict them to maintain control. Mark will expand, make space. That really makes him a bold leader. I believe his secret is a mixture of love, wisdom, and fragility before God, which enables him to let go with peace and make way for the Master to reign. He's really a source of inspiration for all of us working to develop Christ-centered education around the world.
Mark has had a great impact in my life, and as a consequence in the life of African leaders that I work closely with. Some of his character traits that are a blessing and also a challenge to me are his humility, his generosity, his humor, his passion for God and for Christian education. Mark is extremely committed to see Christian education take a grip in Africa, and it's beautiful, and I'm just so blessed and impacted by that. He has been intentional at investing his time, his resources, his life in our work in Ivory Coast, in Chad, in Cameroon, with his wise counsels and his amazing mind full of great, impactful ideas.
One of the things I love about working with Mark is that he's so visionary and he's able to see things how God wants to see them, even though in the reality it may not be like that. He has a passion for good quality Christian education, but not a passion to bring a program and make everybody follow that program, but instead to help people to discover what good education should be like and to discover how they can meet the needs of their community. He's so careful not to be the key leader. He's always opening the door and trying to get another person to join in the table. And he really wants to see partnership, and he wants to see empowerment of Christian people to rise up and see transformation happen for God's kingdom. And that is really exciting. I had the privilege of being part of the recent U of N Master's Program in Global Pioneering Leadership. And so Mark was key on the leadership team, leading with David Hamilton. And for some of it, he was my mentor, and he was responsible for assessing some of my work. And he's so detailed. He has such understanding that enables you to think about things differently. And he talks about learning in ways that make it not just about understanding and knowing content, but really helping people to think deeply and to discover that they can co-create with God. There were people on the master's program who never thought they would be able to do master's level work. And Mark just so brilliantly was able to lead and help people to discover the gifts that God had put inside of them. And I know this is something that he does time and time again in different people's lives.
He and Helen are so quick to use their gifts and influence and resources to champion others. So a number of us wanted to give a bit more description of the impact that Mark and Helen have had in this role. Perhaps they aren't quite as forthcoming about their own impact as they commend others. So I've worked with Mark in a number of areas. I'd like to comment on the overall impact on shaping the college. There are a number of ministry streams and training that are covered in the college. And I've seen Mark consistently take us through a process of evaluating the overall needs and opportunities, to develop a strategy to reach those goals, and then break it down into developmental steps. And he's done that with the various degree programs that we hold, and coaching our school leadership in how to work within their course toward reaching those goals for their students. So he's added a lot of strength and clarity to the overall degree structure within the college. And that's part of what has commended him to take that role as the overall provost of the university. He also has a blend of being able to see the key principles that must be valued and the flexibility of how to get there. So he's made room for a lot of innovation in a number of areas, which my other colleagues will discuss. It's been a joy to work together the last few years to write a book about the things that we have learned in education. It's based on Mark's studies and a paper that he wrote for his master's thesis that has become the foundation of the teaching and training that we've done in education these last 20 years. And because of the field experience we've gained, we felt it was helpful to write a book that was full of the principles and the stories of what it looks like to implement these things out on the field. So it's been a joy to see Mark's strengths serving so many. And of course, couldn't do it without Helen as a strong partner in all of this. And the rest of my colleagues will discuss some of the other facets of Mark's role in the college.
So thank you, Mark, for your investment in my life, and thank you for all you do for the college, for all you do for the nations of the world.
So yeah, thank you, Mark, for being a true model of what a teacher is supposed to be. God bless you and your family. Thank you.
So again, just want to say thank you, Mark, for all your work. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for your encouraging words and just setting an example of what it looks like to give your yes and be obedient to where God is calling you. Thanks.